Expanding economic prosperity in San Clemente has been key to ensuring the city is capable of providing the quality of service our residents and businesses expect. San Clemente is a good example of how growth does not have to be a bad thing. The connection between growth and stability are positively seen here in town, where we have evolved into a place with rich diversity in goods and services. Through a thoughtful course of action and strict guidelines for measured growth, we've managed to create this, yet maintain our village feel and immense charm and character. We've managed to grow while still ensuring half of our community is maintained as some form of open space. As an 88-year-old established city, which is considered old for South Orange County, San Clemente has aging commercial districts that have been experiencing a revival. The city has assisted in their revitalization so they may remain vibrant and competitive in our community. The city's long-term stability and the promotion of economic vitality and diversity is being enhanced by the Marblehead retail and residential developments. The San Clemente outlets are providing citizens with another place to shop, while the sales tax is a nice boost to the city's general fund. It will go to help pay for things like police, potholes, and parks. The new Sea Summit home development is offering another beautiful option for people to live and recreate in San Clemente. Enjoy the 4 miles of public trails already open at the Sea Summit site and the 4 public parks planned for the project. All these beautiful public amenities come at a cost. It's up to the city to maintain them in good condition for the ongoing enjoyment of the public. As our commerce grows, so does the demand for workers. Workers need places to live. The city is pleased to have partnered with nonprofit housing organizations to bring low-income and affordable workforce housing opportunities to San Clemente. Currently, we have an inventory of 492 affordable housing units in town to serve our population. This includes affordable senior housing in San Clemente that serves our growing senior population. In order to maintain our quality of life and ensure our local economy thrives, it's imperative that we have good infrastructure in place. This serves as the backbone of our city. When development occurs, we look to our transportation infrastructure as a very important component of the development. The City of San Clemente is thankful to the San Clemente Chamber of Commerce for doing an outstanding job championing businesses in San Clemente. For more information, visit www.san-clemente.org or like us on Facebook. The state of the city of San Clemente, in my view, has never been better. So I want to thank the Chamber for that. I want to thank everybody in this room to the dedication, for their dedication to the city of San Clemente. I want to thank you all for that. So my hat's off to you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay. I am very pleased today to present to you the State of the City address. The title of our address is Improving Today to Make a Better Tomorrow. A few facts about San Clemente. 65,399 people live here. 2.6 million people visit our beaches daily. So our population increases by 2.6 million people. 26,116 total housing units. Our median age is 40. The median income in San Clemente is $92,294. There are 281 days of sunshine, and we all know that too. Actually, I think there's more, but we'll stay with that. The median home price currently for San Clemente is $790,500. Accomplishments that the city has created this year. The El Portal Beach Access Project. That was an 8-month program. The stairs were closed for 8 months, and that provides access from Buena Vista to the beach, El Portal Beach. The city was able to complete that project before the busy time of year and the rains came. And so we were very happy about that. And that project has been embraced by our people. The general plan's 5-year strategic plan involves any future 5-year project. What we're looking into, it can involve anything from utilities to maintenance to projects to anything. And so the city has a 5-year plan that we look out and make sure that we are funded for those projects. The North Beach Traffic Calming Project, that involves the bulb outs that many of you have seen in North Beach that decreased the length of the crosswalk at Boca del Cañon so that the pedestrians had a safer crossing. And you know all that North Beach, there's more happening there and a lot more pedestrian traffic. And so we wanted to do that because the neighborhood told us there was a need for that. So we quickly got that project completed, and it's been very popular also. Implementation of a computerized maintenance management system, also known as CMMS, thank you. That's a lot of words for the city invested in a computerized program that is going to help us with all of our maintenance, where everyone, from the person that puts on, tightens a screw, it's going to be inputted into a computer system to where we can better manage costs and know what is happening, and we can plan our projects better. So we are excited about that. It was a big investment, and we think it's going to save the city money and better manage our projects. The Marblehead Coastal Project Trail and Park System, 4 miles of trails adjacent to Sea Summit and Marblehead Coastal. It is open to the public, and it also connects the trail system to our beach, our very popular beach trail. West Avenida Vista Hermosa street improvements. That is the improvements that go through the outlet of San Clemente that connects Avenida Vista Hermosa to Pico. And a lot of you, if you haven't used it, it is a wonderful way to get to Pico without going through the current crush that we have in construction. And it's provided great mobility and access to the homes and to the outlet center. Completion of rehabilitation of 20 streets, as well as sealing and restriping of 23 separate streets. Those are accomplishments that we have actually gotten done this year. So looking ahead, we have rising public safety costs, impacts of the potential hospital closure, adoption of short-term lodging ordinances, enforcement of sober living moratorium, infrastructure improvement and long-term funding, decommission process of songs, and transportation mobility. The potential hospital closure. Legislative efforts, the city has hired a lobbyist, and our staff and our members of our council have visited Sacramento several times in an effort to support a bill for legislation allowing a freestanding ER to allow our hospital to remain open. The hospital site has been rezoned to protect residents. The rezoning allows for an urgent care facility, doctor's offices, and a surgery center, and other multiple medical needs or services someone might provide, as long as a hospital and an ER are maintained. The city has also worked with potential suitors. City staff and members of the city council have met and with interested parties who would like to provide hospital services in San Clemente. So that is a very good news to our city. Short-term lodging units. The city has passed new regulations to preserve and protect neighborhoods. That was ordinance number 1617, passed in February of this year. The regulations state what a short-term lodging unit is, that permits are required, what conditions are required, and it also set repeat nuisance call fees, which were done to protect the health, safety, and general welfare and the quiet enjoyment of our residential neighborhoods. The Planning Commission just this week recommended zoning. That was a two-part process that we did with the short-term lodging units. First part was to the city council to come up with the regulations for the lodging units, and then the planning commission was supposed to look at the zoning. And that's what they've done this week. And the city council, I believe, is going to have lodging units back to them next month. The city is currently accepting short-term lodging unit permits, and that began April 1st. Sober living homes. There is a temporary moratorium on residential zones that expires in January. It has not been determined yet if that moratorium will be expanded. We have lifted the moratorium in commercial areas following an ordinance of the commercial uses. There is proposed legislation, SB 1283, by Senator Pat Bates and Bill Breaux that we very much appreciate. This bill addresses the growing concern over the presence and proliferation of sober living homes in residential neighborhoods by providing accountability and oversight for adult recovery maintenance facilities. So we thank you very much for bringing forth that legislation request. Transportation mobility. Construction projects are improving infrastructure. We all are very aware of the Pico interchange widening. The bridge is being demolished and reconstructed currently. We are driving on the right side of the freeway while we watch the left side of the bridge be constructed, the new construction. Very soon, we will be moving our traffic to the left side of the freeway. It's going to be a whole different view, and I hope we get adjusted to it fast. But we will be moving to the left side while they demolish the right side. And that project is right on schedule, and we are very excited for what it's going to do for South Orange County mobility. The other part of that project is the I-5 HOV lane, and that is where the I-5 was widened in both directions, from San Juan Creek to the Pico exit. And that project is slated, I believe, to be finished in late 2017. And I know for everyone in this room, it probably cannot come soon enough. La Pata grand opening event is tentatively scheduled for August 14th. That is very good news for everyone on both sides of La Pata, as you heard Senator Bates say today. Before it opens, there is talk of letting the people use it before the cars use it, and that's going to be an exciting grand opening event, maybe a 5K, have bicycles out there, people walking, and we're going to partnership with hopefully the city of San Juan Capistrano and San Clemente, because the cities are on both sides of La Pata, and we're going to celebrate opening it together now that we are connected. So that is going to be a great event. So our transportation mobility is really taking shape, and we're just having to pay a little bit for the pain. This year, the City Council also sent in an application for a grant for OCTA for their Project V funding for the trolley. We will hear back from that soon, and I believe if we could get that trolley started, I believe it's going to start Memorial Weekend of 2017. And we hope very much that that is going to be community-based transportation that will provide connectivity of where people want to go within San Clemente to our major centers. San Onofre Nuclear Power Plant. The city does have representation on the Community Engagement Panel. That would be Tim Brown. He serves, I believe he's actually a co-chair of it, and I'm not sure I'm saying the right title, but he has taken a leadership role on that engagement panel. That panel serves as a conduit between the plant owners and the public, and it's done a very good job in trying to figure out where this decommissioning process should go and storage of the dry casts. The decommissioning of the plant is to continue for 20 years. So we will see those contractors in our city, probably living in our city for the next 20 years while they work on this. We have been told that this schedule of the decommissioning of the plant is on schedule. A long-term solution is needed for the dry cast storage, and we all are very aware of that. The City Council has taken a position the waste should be moved to an interim storage solution and not remain at San Onofre long-term. This interim storage is supported by the Community Engagement Panel and was reached as a conclusion of what should happen with the dry cask storage after many meetings of that panel. Rising public safety costs. Orange County Sheriff's Department proposes a $926,000 increase, and that is keeping our staffing at current levels. Orange County Fire Authority, their base contract is going up by $292,750. There are more costs to be incurred if the hospital closes. The city is currently consulting with OCSD and OCFA to determine additional resources that will be necessary because of the extended transportation times from the city to the nearest available emergency room. Our annual budget. Significant fiscal achievements. Annual long-term financial planning process in place since 1993. Honored with awards for both distinguished budget presentation and excellence in financial reporting. We have maintained Standard & Poor's AAA rating. Our total general fund reserves and unassigned fund balance equal 30% of our operating expenditures. If you look at the chart on our general fund revenue, our 2016 adopted budget, most of the source of our revenue is from property taxes, and that is 50% of our revenue. That is followed by our sales tax. That is the next greatest piece of this pie, and that is 16%. Now onto our general fund expenditures. Most of that you will see is our police and fire, our public safety. Those are our largest expenditures at 38%. And actually, we have additional public safety that is part of the Beaches, Parks, and Rec. Don't forget our lifeguards. They provide great public safety and a need in our city. The total expenditure for public works is also large at 26%. And the public works entails development, upgrade, and maintain the city's entire infrastructure, our engineering, maintenance services, and utilities department, which is water and wastewater, and emergency planning for city disaster preparedness and community outreach and disaster response. So our public works does a lot for our city, and so they are a big part of our budget. City finances year-to-year comparison. If you look at the general fund revenues, we have an increase of 3% from the 2015 adjusted budget. Our expenditures equal $58.6 million, which is a decrease of 7% from the prior year. There is approximately a $3 million amount over expenditures over revenue, and that accounts for capital improvement projects, one-time costs that we had during that year. Property tax growth. This is one everyone's always interested in. 2007, 23.1. It dipped a bit in 2010, and we have it noted that that dip is when the state borrowed $2.2 million from the city. But if you look, we are back up to $27.9 million in property taxes projected for 2016, and that is very good news. And we hope that, with the online of Sea Summit, we're going to see more of that growth. Sales tax growth, that also is good news. From 2007 now to 2009, it is $8.9 million. This is the increase projected partially over, the increase projected is partially because of the opening of the outlets, and that is reflected in this. And so I see a big smile back there, and we hope for more greater increase in that and success in that area. Public safety, rising public police fire contract costs, and potential service enhancements that I already talked about due to the possible hospital closure. Valuing our environment. Our Clean Ocean program continues to do just that. The mission is to protect our environment, reduce urban runoff, stormwater pollution from industrial, commercial, new development, and residential. We also accomplish that through our recycling program, which promotes waste reduction. from all those different entities that I just said. So between stopping the water runoff and reducing waste, we are trying to do a lot for the environment. Sand replenishment, that is a big topic. The City Council has asked the staff to budget for opportunistic sand that is available in Northern Orange County. And that is for 450,000 cubic feet of opportunistic sand. And that sand is going to be going to North Beach. That is the designated area. North Beach desperately needs that sand. Train noise and audible warning system. This is a big deal if any of you live close to the train tracks. The audible system will be going into place as soon as we finish our fencing that is required for it. The sounding of horns will cease at the railroad crossings and be replaced by an audible warning system telling pedestrians that they need to step back. I don't know if you don't live in the city, the trains blow their horn 4 times at every crossing, and we have 50 trains a day. So if you can imagine if you lived by any of those houses, and it's all night long, what you have to put up with and the disruption. So we are very excited, and that has been worked on for many years by many people in our city, residents and our ex-community development director, Jim Holloway. And that's going to be a great thing. But don't be surprised if you do hear a train noise, because if there's a pedestrian there, they still can blow the horn. But it's not going to be required 4 times at every time. But if someone's out on the tracks, you're going to hear it still. So in closing, I just want to say that the city has many projects that we are starting that we could not tell you about today. And those are going to hopefully increase our mobility in not just cars, but people and bicycles. And we're very excited for those, and I hope that you look for those next year. Those will be coming online. I want to thank the San Clemente Chamber of Commerce for all you do for our city in just promoting it. You promote our city so well, and in just not just our businesses, but you actually promote our city, and I really thank you for that. Thank you very much.